Shalom, call halal la Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rachakodash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, whom I have learned this truth from, who do well, and salutations unto the brothers and the few sisters that do take heed, coming back to the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rachakodash. I'm going to get into the topic, the lesson I'm going to title is a quick history lesson, all right? We went over this last week on the highways, and there was, brothers that didn't really freshen up on their breakdowns for certain scriptures and history and prophecy wise. So I'm going to get into it, and a brother asked me to do a video on it to expound more. I don't have the books I had at least years ago, but I'm going to do my best. This is a good site, even though the title is Madness and this demon on here, all right, is a false idol, but the information here is solid. You can actually type in this title, The African Who Conquered Rome, Septimius Severus, the African Emperor of Rome, and get this article. Read into it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. The premise is here, the book of Revelation 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. So this beast, in totality, it's NATO, the EU, they call it the Commonwealth Nations, right? Which includes America, because when you read on, it's going to show you that America sits upon this beast. So out of the sea represents out of nations. The sea represents nations, right? Again, the 7 heads and 10 horns are all the old kingdoms. We have the signs. I don't have it with me, but you have Germania Minor, Germania Major, Spain, France, which back then they were called Franks, right? Which means noble. Those are Israelites. Greece. You have nations, and then the 10 horns is the nations under it, which today is the EU. And the 7 heads is NATO and the beast, the whole system, right? Verse 2, and why does it correlate the beast? Because you other nations are beasts, man. You're lawless. You're without law. And if you're without law of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, you are found as a beast upon the planet, because you scavenge and you operate as a beast would. Kill or be killed mentality, right? And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, which this leopard represents the foundation of Edomite supremacy upon the planet. The leopard being the Greeks, right? Apostle Tahar made a great point years ago. There's an image of Alexander, and I think they actually made it when they made the movie on that demon, that creep, Alexander the Creep. He skinned the leopard and he wore it on himself, but that leopard represents the Greeks, the Grecian Empire. And his feet were as the feet of a bear. Your feet represent the end of your body. You know the saying, look at him head to toe. You don't look from toe to head. You look from head to toe. The crown is your top, and the feet are the end, the bottom. So the Russians are the bear. Which again in today's modern time, you understand the bear in America. Back during the time of the Soviet Union, the Cold War, that was a symbol that the Russians were known for, the bear. Don't wake the sleeping bear, right? That's the end of this kingdom, man. The Russians will destroy America in a very violent manner. The Cold War will heaten up real quick. And his mouth is the mouth of a lion, which the lion represents what? The British Empire, because America came from who? Sprung out of who? Britain. That's the mother of America. And all its laws, and it's really Canada, which Canada is known as what? Canada is known as Crown Land. Look that up. Crown Land is land that is still held in title by the British monarch. Australia, New Zealand, also other countries that are known as Crown Land. And in reality, America is Crown Land anyway. That whole revolution was set up by the Rothschilds anyway. It's all a big game, man. Okay? You still got to pay back to the crown. give tribute to the crown. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. That dragon is Satan, represents Satan. Because who gives you your power, man? You want to talk about in God we trust, man. Look at all the acts you have done in the name of God. Which God? Satan. It's not the Most High. Because you wore out the saints of the Most High, pursuant to Daniel chapter 7. Right? Verse 3, and I saw one of his heads as they were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wandered after the beast. That one of the heads was the Roman Empire. One of the heads of the beast was the Roman Empire. I mentioned Germania Minor, Germania Major, Spain, France, Greece, Rome, and one is slipping my mind. But one of the heads is Rome. How and when did that happen? We're gonna get into that. It was through a man named Septimius Severus. Septimius Severus itself is a omen nomen, which I'm gonna get into that a bit later. So when was his deadly wound given to him? During the time of Septimius Severus, 193 AD. Verse 4, and they worshiped the dragon which gave power unto the beast. Because you people, at the end of the day, man, you're just worshiping Satan. Because this planet, this world, the reign of this world is given unto Satan. So like this reign of this planet, pursuant to the book of Matthew, where Yahushua was on the mountain, and Satan told him, listen, all these kingdoms are mine, and whomsoever I will give, I will grant authority to. And that's to the son of the power, man. He told that to the son of the right, Yahushua. So Satan controls this earth, man, and you people are just following after it. Whatever you want to think about, whether you're a pansexual, whether you want to think of yourself as a free thinker, a liberal, do as thou wilt, you're worshiping Satan, man. Okay? And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with them, right? Because, hey, man, America, NATO, EU come knocking on your door, man. There's no diplomacy. There's just war. And who can make war with that? The great Satan, right? That's what the Middle Eastern countries call America, the great Satan. Verse 5, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations, man. You see that? You see that, man? That's some serious shit. So that means America rules over all these nations, man. Again, Apostle Tahar, years ago, over 10 years ago, man, he made the statement that the official language of aviation, that means the official language of fucking air, of the airspace above us, is what? English. A Chinese man that speaks Mandarin or Cantonese, guess what? He wants to be a pilot, he has to learn English. And English, the word English means pertaining to angels, which that was during the time of when we ruled in Europe. The Israelites ruled in Europe. We named those things. England, what does England mean? Land of the angels. Britain, what does Britain mean? Barayath, right? Which means covenant land. British, a British man or British. Brit goes back to covenant-ish, meaning man. Right? Going into covenant man. Right? So, as you see here, we're going to go into this article. Septimius Severus was a Numidian African Moor from North Africa. Again, don't get lost in this African other doctrine shit. Right? All it's saying is that he's an Israelite, a Moor. Moors are Israelites, man. You understand? Moors are Israelites. Right? This clown behind me, Slakia. Satan was trying to mess up a lesson, man. Satan's always trying to mess up a lesson, man. This demon, alright? It says,